Hi, welcome to our next complex numbers video. We turn our attention to the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is a formula used to find all solutions to a quadratic equation. It can be used to find all solutions for any quadratic equation. You might remember it from last year. X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a. All right, well, we've got 3 examples to look at in this video, and let's get into using the quadratic formula. So here's example 1. Find the solutions to the quadratic equation x squared plus 6x minus 18 is equal to 0. All right, so here's the quadratic formula, and we need to figure out the values of a, b, and c and substitute them into the quadratic formula. So a, there is no value out front of x squared. Yes, there is. There's a 1. So a is 1, b is positive 6, and c is negative 18. All right, let's start substituting. So we get minus b, which is minus 6, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 6 squared, minus 4 times a, so 4 times 1, times c, so times it by negative 18. And that's divided by 2 times a, so 2 times 1. Right, let's work out inside the square root, and that gives us a value of 108. So we've got minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 108, all divided by 2. Right, we know there are 2 solutions to every quadratic. The first solution we do by putting a plus sign, and the second solution we do the same thing but replace it with a minus sign. So to work out our first solution, we go minus 6 plus the square root of 108, all divided by 2. Notice I go bracket minus 6 plus square root of 108, close bracket, and then divide it all by 2. And I get a solution of 2.196, which I've rounded to 4 significant figures. And my second solution, I do the same, but I replace the plus with a minus. So I go bracket minus 6 minus the square root of 108, close bracket, divide 2, and that gives me negative 8.196. Again, I've rounded to 4 significant figures. Now, these are real numbers, so we're going to say that there are 2 real solutions to this quadratic equation. All right, let's get into example 2. Find the solutions to the quadratic equation x squared plus 6x plus 9 equal to 0. Well, once again, here's the quadratic formula. And once again, we need the values of a, b, and c. Remember, if there's no number out the front of x squared, then there is a 1. The coefficient is 1. So let's start substituting. Minus b, which is minus 6, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 6 squared, minus 4 times a, so 4 times 1, times c, which is 9, all divided by 2 times a, which is 2 times 1. Once again, if we work out what's inside the square root, this time we get to 0. So we actually end up with minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 0, all divided by 2. Now again, there are 2 solutions to every quadratic, but in this example, it's going to give us the same solution because we're going to plus 0 and then we're going to minus 0, and that's not going to change our answer. So we end up with minus 3 or minus 3. And in this example, we call it 2 repeated solutions. There's 2 solutions, they're just the same solution. All right, well, we're finally up to our third example. Find the solutions to the following quadratic equation. 2x squared minus 5x plus 20 equal to 0. Let's use the quadratic formula once more. So the values of a are 2, b is negative 5, and c is 20. So let's substitute these in. We're going to go minus negative 5, because b is negative, plus or minus the square root of negative 5 all squared, minus 4 times 2 times 20, divided by 2 times a, 2 times 2. Now, the negative and negative make a positive, and inside the square root, we end up with a negative number. And here's the problem we've got now, is because in mathematics, we cannot take the square root of a negative number, not yet. And so therefore, we have to stop the problem right now and say that there are no real solutions to this problem. Right, that's us for the video. Thanks for watching.